You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
I know I need to stop drinking the Kool-Aid, but let's take one more big swing on getting MHJ on the Chicago Bears. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Bears fans, we are another day closer to the 2024 NFL Draft, and I am super pumped about the additions that the Chicago Bears are about to add to their football team. Obviously, starting off with Caleb Williams, the projected #1 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. But we are not talking about Caleb Williams today. We are talking about a possible trade up to get Marvin Harrison Jr. on the Chicago Bears. And obviously, Bears fans, if you guys have listened to me for a while, I have been a big advocate to take a huge swing and add a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. on the Chicago Bears. But on today's episode of Keek on the Mic, I wanted to share with you guys a mock draft that I saw on Twitter just the other day. And it's from the 33rd team. They posted their 2024 mock draft picks 1 through 8, and it went exactly like this, Bears fans. With pick #1, they obviously had the Chicago Bears taking Caleb Williams, the quarterback out of USC. Jaden Daniels goes #2 to the Washington Commanders. Drake May goes #3 to the New England Patriots. JJ McCarthy goes to the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings trade up with the Arizona Cardinals to get their quarterback. But at pick #5, Bears fans, you obviously see that the 33rd team on their 2024 NFL mock draft has the Chicago Bears trading up with the Los Angeles Chargers and taking Marvin Harrison Jr. at #5. Bears fans, I was getting ready to let this dream go, just letting it die and letting it rest for the rest of my life, understanding that us getting Marvin Harrison Jr. is just a huge pipe dream. We all know that it's very, at this point, unrealistic to assume that we actually have a chance to get Marvin Harrison Jr. But if we were able to take a big swing and pair Marvin Harrison Jr. with Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, Jared Everett, DeAndre Swift, with Caleb Williams, this would be one of the best drafts I have seen for the Chicago Bears in a long, long time. And you guys all already know my stance on this. I absolutely love Marvin Harrison Jr. There's also 2 other really good receivers in the 2024 NFL Draft in Malik Nabers and Rome Odunze. But I absolutely love Marvin Harrison Jr. Here's what it would cost the Chicago Bears, by the way, to trade up from #9 to #5. Here's the projected compensation. The Bears will receive the #5 overall pick and a 4th round pick, #110 in the 2024 NFL Draft. And the Bears would send the Chargers the #9 overall pick and a 2025 1st round pick next year. I personally believe that it would cost a little bit more to move up 4 spots, especially in order to get a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. But first and foremost, do I think it would be worth the swing to trade up and get a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr.? Abso-freaking-lutely. And once again, I understand that I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but Marvin Harrison Jr., to me, is not only the second best prospect, personally, in the 2024 NFL Draft, he is probably one of the most complete prospects you will find in this year's draft class. Once again, that is no disrespect to Malik Nabers. That is no disrespect to Rome Odunze. I think those would also be fantastic options. But Marvin Harrison Jr., to me, is just that guy. He is just on a different level. And the fact that he would be able to come in and not have to be that guy right away, we all understand that Marvin Harrison Jr. has the ability to be a #1 or 2 wide receiver in the National Football League as soon as his rookie season. But he wouldn't have to come into this organization and be that guy right away. He can learn from one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion, in Keenan Allen, a really good wide receiver in DJ Moore. He wouldn't have to come in and be that guy, but he would be a hell of a 3rd receiver on this football team. And at this point, Caleb Williams would have no excuse but to be successful in his rookie season. Because at that point, Ryan Poles would have done everything in his power to make sure Caleb Williams was comfortable and successful in his very first season in Chicago. Do I actually think this is going to happen, Bears fans? Absolutely not. Would I personally do it? Yes, I would take the big swing and move up to number 5 and get Marvin Harrison Jr. But that's the reason why I am not the Chicago Bears GM and Ryan Poles is, because I would take that big swing and possibly mortgage the future. But I do understand that us trading a first-round pick for next year's draft and probably even giving the Chargers a second-round pick in 2025 would just be a little bit too much draft capital that Ryan Poles is not willing to give up, especially considering that you could possibly stay at number 9 and still land a guy like Rome Odunze, which would also be a fantastic option for the Chicago Bears in the 2024 NFL draft. So personally, I know it's a pipe dream. I totally understand it, but this was just my last big swing to maybe try to convince you guys to drink the Kool-Aid with me and maybe try to hopefully maybe talk myself out of it. I know I have to let it go. I know it's possibly not going to happen, but Bears fans, if this actually happened and Ryan Poles pulled this off where we got Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr., this would be a Chicago Bears offense that would feed families every single Sunday. This would just get me so excited as a Bears fan. Once again, Marvin Harrison Jr. is the full package. But at the end of the day, I understand it's a pipe dream, especially considering that you may have the opportunity to land either Malik Nabers or Rome Odunze at number 9 overall in the 2024 NFL draft. So Bears fans, before I let you guys go on today's episode of Geek on the Mic, how do you guys feel about this mock draft that the 33rd team posted on social media a couple of days ago? Give me your comments and opinions down below in the comment section. But other than that, Bears fans, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for our all-new Bears podcast right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You've been listening to Geek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.